So, what are your final thoughts on the whole Kyle lawsuit situation? I'm going to get panel's final perspective.
I think he's a dumbass. He's a bigger dumbass than Jim.
And then, all right, and then Jim, your turn, and I'm going to ask Jason whenever. Anyway, I'm going to pull up. Jace, you're on the air. What is up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's good to be here, brother. Yeah, I was listening in on this whole situation, this Pokemon guy. Weirdo.
What did you take on that weirdo?
Oh my god, this guy, like, you're representing Nintendo, and I've had my beef with Nintendo, but you're repping Nintendo. If you've got anything egregious that they don't want you on there for, they're not going to give you what you think you're going to get. Like, this guy is out of his mind. He thinks that he's entitled to it. It's the most entitled baby BS that I've ever seen in my life. Like, dude, okay, they told you no, get over it. Get over it. Find something else to do. It's not like they took your games away. Like, what's he mad at?
Yeah, it's not like they told him, oh, you can't play Pokemon ever again. You can't do private events in your own house with it. You can't work for us because it's a liability for them.
Dude, like last year, I applied to like a thing for like Square Enix to like, if you're a creator to test out their games. They said no. Doesn't mean I can't play their games. I'm over it. Whatever. I just figured I'll shoot my shot. I'm not even surprised by it. With my big mouth and the crazy shit that I say on stream, yeah, they were probably going to say no. No big deal.
Exactly. Like, no big deal. In fact, there are a lot of jobs that reject me, probably just because, I'm autistic. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to complain and sue them, because at the end of the day, it's like, people sometimes they're going to reject you. Some stuff's going to reject you, and especially, which I have no felonies. That's another thing. I don't have felonies, and I'm not even complaining about being rejected like this guy. It's like, you have a felony. It makes it harder, and especially if it's like, because that's the thing, we don't know what the felony is, but I assume it's probably something like battery, assault, something on that regard. And even like probably shoplifting, but who knows? Maybe it's like further. Maybe because he never told us what the felony is. Maybe it's something to do with like, sexual harassment or some shit. Yeah.
Well, the other thing with that is that in a way, like, let's say a company tells you no like that, like Nintendo, and you're like a creator or whatever in that space. You still have a level of honesty by not being employed by them that you would lose if you were employed by them. So you got to look at like the silver lining of that. If you sit there and fucking whine and complain about it, it's not doing you any good. He's just putting bad energy out there. And like you said, it's going to cause people to ask questions. Why are you so mad about this? Why are you so pushy about this? Why are you suing them over this? It seems really, really heavy-handed.
It is really heavy-handed with that whole, and not only that, but he has 75 of these lawsuits, and not all like stupid reasons, like GameStop overpriced the games, Nintendo overpriced the games.
Oh my god!
It's like it's stupid after stupid after stupid after stupidity. It's just stupidity after stupidity.
For a guy who's a grown-ass man, he doesn't know how to bargain hunt. Look, if a game is too expensive somewhere, you check online, you go on Amazon, you go on eBay, you go on all these different places, you go to pawn shops, and you find somewhere where you can get a bargain. You don't just, it's their fault. They have to sell it to me for cheap. That's not how it works. That's not how the world works.
Exactly. That's not how the world works at all. So, Torn, what was you going to say?
He also was going after a lot of sheriff departments and police departments and other municipal facilities, suing them for stuff related to his criminal charges.
Oh my god, this guy's lawyer must be, he must have a lot of money, and his lawyer must be hosing him.
His lawyer is him.
Oh, he's his own attorney. Holy shit.
Yeah, we found out from one of the court documents that was shown earlier in the video that it was literally him defending himself.
Holy fuck.
He's doing all 75 lawsuits by himself. It's like, bro, this guy
clearly has researched into legal jargons, because a lot of the stuff he says actually has like a ton of legal jargon in it. So he clearly knows some of the shit there, but just because you know the jargon doesn't mean you know the game,
Yeah, and it's still a rhetoric thing, and this is just something with court cases that if you try to represent yourself, even if you know what you're talking about, you're probably going to lose. It's just how that goes. It's just the way that system is set up.
Yep, they say he who defends himself has a lawyer for a fool.
Yeah,
exactly. That's true.
That's why it's like you definitely need a lawyer, but you definitely need to know what you're doing.
For a fool or a lawyer, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
it's clear that this guy, that this idiot has no idea what he's doing whatsoever. That he just is clueless and what he thinks he can go in and make all this money and grift all these people. It's like, bro, you're not grifting all these people, man.
Exactly.
Like, you really think you're grifting all these people? It's like, bro, you really think you're gonna win all 75 lawsuits and just be a billionaire from this? No, in fact, I think he should be jailed for fraud for doing that, because he's basically exploiting. Yeah, that may happen, and I actually would side with the feds on this one, because you're literally exploiting the legal system, literally. Like people have had their bank accounts taken down for less. In fact, people have just been having their bank accounts frozen for free speech, like Nick Fuentes and stuff like that. It's like, that's the thing. Like, people have had it done less, so it's like you're going to literally lose because you're trying to commit fraud, bro.
You're wasting the court's time, and the judges aren't going to take that very lightly.
So before we